With International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome to my show. We're live across the world, including Twitch, YouTube, Rumble, Facebook, the Alive 90.5 FM Facebook page, Omni Studio, and iHeartRadio. So around 7 platforms altogether. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to that main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air on Facebook, and join us live here in the studio. And welcome to Miss Ellie tonight. She's my producer. She's been with me forever. So how are you this evening?
Howdy, not bad.
Good. She's made me laugh since I've walked into the studio. Even though I'm exhausted from driving back from the Canberra trip that I had for 24 hours, I was pretty much on the road for about 800 kilometres, only because we'd missed a few turn-offs. Well, I was following some people, but we missed a few turn-offs and they got lost, and otherwise I would have probably done 600 kilometres instead of 800 kilometres.
How do you get lost going to Canberra?
Don't ask me. Don't ask me. Someone says Pheasant's Nest, so we ended up in we
110 kilometres from here, and it's a stop off.
Yeah, and when my friend put it into the phone, what she did was she put Pheasant's Nest, but no Ampol or no Foodery or whatever. She just put Pheasant's Nest. So we land up in the middle of nowhere in Pheasant's Nest, some farm area. So then we had to backtrack another half an hour backtrack. So yes, it was quite a trip, quite an experience, but it was very good and a very, very quick trip. Well, welcome to the show, everybody. Thanks to the smorgasbord, to Steve and John for the entertainment and the ching before the show here. He'll understand what I mean. I know he's listening, but welcome to the show, guys. As well, we've also got tonight some little affirmations that I've got in my little trusty gratitude book here. But if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then you must come over to that main page on Facebook, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I'm here every Monday night from 8 till 10. I sometimes can try and get on every Sunday night, but my weekends are so busy lately. I can't tell you how busy I am. Sometimes I can't even take a breath. And this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I am busy again, Miss Ellie. So we have a Bunnings barbecue for the Alive 90.5 FM radio station here on this Sunday. Do you know which Bunnings it is? I can't remember. I didn't really look, actually, to be honest. If you could find out for me, Ellie, that would be great, or maybe on the Facebook page, and then we can get people. If you want to see me down there, if you want to say hi, come down and buy your sausage sizzle and whatever else they've got on offer down there. I think they've got a cake stall as well. I will be doing something there. I'm not sure quite what I'll be doing, but I'll be doing something there. And I'll be there from 8 till 12, which will be the morning shift. So that sounds like a good morning for everybody. We've got people here, Trudy Bellamy from Toowoomba in Queensland. Thanks for joining us. And we've got Jill Polglaze, Michelle Coburn as well. So I dropped into the Coburns on my way back from Canberra yesterday. And as usual, I was totally spoilt. No questions about it. It was Michelle, and I just rang her before I got into the studio tonight, and I said, I can't, I said, thank God I don't live close to you. And she said, why? And I said, because I'd be the size of a house, because she fed me everything that I love, my schnitzel, and she made homemade pizza. She did everything for me. Yeah, I know. Oh, yes, she's amazing. So, and young David there as well. He's just a trooper. He just sits there and smirks at me as if, look at Leslie getting spoilt. So welcome to the show, guys. We've got John from Abandoned and Haunted here as well as Alicia and Gabrielle Garcia. So we're also doing an Abandoned and Haunted ghost investigation on the 19th, which is Saturday the 19th. John, if you've got any spots left, just post it up here on the page so that we can see and fill those gaps. I've got, I think I'll have to check with one of my followers that messaged me. I think that she's coming along. I have to double check with her. But keep your eyes posted on the page. I posted up some scheduled little quotes for you all this afternoon over the next week. So there's going to be quite a few posts for you guys. So when I do my posts, that they usually are posted when I feel they've needed most. So whatever day or time they go on is whenever they are needed most, guys. So check out the page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. Was that your computer or my computer that just deafened us?
Oh, that was this.
Oh, the computer. Oh, wow, the panel. The panel, the panel every now and then does this big loud dinging noise in our ears, and Ellie's like looking at the panel. I'm looking at her thinking, I don't know what it was. And Ellie just surprised me tonight. She found the base of her shoe. She's had me in stitches. She comes in, I'm trying to talk to John, and she goes, look at this. I said, what's that? She goes, that's the sole of my shoe. She goes, even though I got my shoe fixed, she goes, that's the one that I lost last week. Even though I got my shoe fixed, she's got a shoe fixed, but then she finds a sole tonight. So there you go, Ellie.
I wondered where it fell off. It was either between you or going to my car, and I assumed it was going to my car, but it wasn't.
Oh,
So
it makes me laugh.
sorry, whoever found it.
Never mind. At least we found the sole.
Well, my shoes look nice and shiny.
They
Now
look
they've been
nice and-
polished. They've been fixed.
They've been
they're
fixed.
very
You're on
snazzy
fire,
for a
Miss
doctor's
Ellie.
office.
You're on fire. And of course, my iPad has decided not to do his little job again. So I'm just going to jump back in here again, see what we've got here, see how many people I can see. Otherwise, I'm just going to have to use my phone, I think. Yes. Any validations from last week, guys, please post them up in this chat here. Any validations from any previous reading that I've done for you? We always love our validations. Any psychic or any medium that you go to, or any psychic medium, always love validations, because it confirms that their feeling that they have is correct when they're actually giving you that reading. So please post up your validation. Just type in capitals validation and then post it up on the page here. And Miss Ellie will grab it and read it out when I've stopped doing the readings. I just want to say good evening to a few more people. Now, a lot of these people on here are here with me every single time I go live, and I'm so gratefully appreciative of that. And even if I don't say your name, I know you're there. And we've got the Wendy Merce Martins. Base of her shoe found her soul at least. Soul. Appreciate Ellie.
You could hear my wooden heel going click clack from a mile away.
Well, I'll tell you something, Ellie. I think I told you the story when I went to my work Christmas party last year, and I was walking and it was 42 degrees heat. And I don't know, that was like when you were standing. And when I was walking, I had my really classy, well, they were high heels on, and I was walking, and in the right one, the whole strap flips off from around the toes. And I went, oh, great. And I was showing two of my work colleagues, and then I walked 2 or 3 steps again, and the left one popped off. And I'm thinking, this has got to be the melted glue from the how hot the actual concrete was. So anyway, we get to the party, and I had to run around with socks on. Well, actually, we went to a 7-Eleven to try and get glue. So I found some glue, some shoe glue. Can you believe it? In a 7-Eleven just around the corner from where we were. And I got some shoe glue, and I actually found some sticky tape at the venue. And we ended up gluing and sticky taping my shoes together, and you could not even tell that my shoes were actually sticky taped in the end. But at least they say I didn't walk very far that night or do any dancing, but I didn't get that far that night. Only from the venue back to the car was an effort. So I didn't bust those shoes again. But Christelle Watts, good evening. Hi, lovely. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Cindy Demon, good evening. I'll get back to you. I'm just saying good evening to people at the moment. Who else have we got here? I had to just quickly switch the iPad again, because sometimes it doesn't do the right thing. It has its moments lately. Glennis Lacey, good evening. Hi. G'day to you, beautiful people, Spirit and Ellie and Miss Ellie and Leslie. All angels here with what a sensational weekend till that scary storm came through. Yeah, well, I didn't get any storm. Did you get a storm, Ellie?
We got hail.
Oh, that's right. You got hail. Yes, yesterday.
Yep.
See, I didn't get
Last
anything.
night.
I only just got a little bit of a crack of a thunder. That was it.
Oh, I got home from work because I walked home from work 6 kilometers,
Wow.
and then I got home, went out again, got home, fell asleep. Then all of a sudden, I just wake up to this crack of thunder. 5 minutes later, the whole household's going off their heads because there's 6 cars out the front, all
getting smashed. Oh, did your car get damaged?
My car was under the tree.
Oh, you're very lucky, Ellie. Very lucky. She just bought a new car.
So did you?
Yes. I didn't tell anybody.
Whoops.
I didn't.
Spoiled that.
I didn't tell anybody.
Secrets out, everybody.
Yeah, I got a new car too, but I didn't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody, Ellie, okay?
I think we're a bit too late for that.
Never mind.
Sorry, secrets out.
Never mind. Kim Freebody, good evening. We've got Melissa Robertson, good evening. Hi. She says, happy Monday. Yes, it is a happy Monday. A big day for me at work as well, as usual. And we've got here Alison Roach, good evening. She says, hi there, first time here, you just popped up in my feed. How lucky. Yes, you are very lucky, Alison. Very, very lucky, my dear. And is that the four-leaf clover, Irish? Why do I get Irish around you, Alison? I had a friend that was a roach. Sorry, not as a cockroach, but a roach, surname. That sounded really bad then, didn't it? Far out. But let me go into a little reading for you. You're a newbie here. So how I operate is I am a psychic and a medium. So I do get direct messages from spirit. So Alison, this is my desk. No tarot cards. I don't use any tarot cards here. I always just use direct messages from spirit. And I ask him to give me, so he stands on my right side here, so I usually don't look at the camera, and I turn my head to the right because I see all my messages and everything that I feel, and the remote viewing from my right side. And most time people hear things from the left side brain, which is your conscious mind, and then the subconscious mind is the right side of the brain, which is the mind that does everything, that keeps your heart going, keeps your blood pumping, automatic. Everything's in automatic. But for spirit, it's actually the pineal gland, which is on the right side of the brain, and that's what talks to spirit. So when I do my shows, I usually have my iPad, my trusty iPad here, and I just scroll through the names, and then spirit gives me a little message and tells me when to stop, or I just get this feeling when to stop. So, and I've just come to you because I just saw that little four-leaf clover there. So how lucky are you? But I do get the anxiety around you, and I get the number 11. So I also get November. So 1 and 1 is 2 in the month of February as well. I also get Jenny or January. I don't know if I just heard January or Jenny. So do you know anybody around you with the name of Jenny, or what does January mean to you? I feel like I just heard double up. So it's a double combination here. So whatever that means to you. And I'm also getting horses around you. So is this you, or is it somewhere around where you've just posted that that message to me, like around the Diane Tummers, Christine Williams? That's a long name. We've also got here Keely Rhodes and John Abandoned and Haunted. I don't know if you've got horses around you or something around horses, because I see brumbies, I see horses and land like farm, brumbies. And when I was driving through Canberra, I saw there was probably about 8 or 9 beautiful horses. Just when the sun was coming up in the morning, I saw 8 or 9 beautiful horses in a farm, like on the actual land itself, and they were just standing there enjoying the sun, just heating their bodies up. I couldn't imagine how cold they'd be in the night, that's for sure. But I'm also getting number 14 around you. 1 and 4 is 5 in the month of May. So you've got 11 November, 2 or February, 14, 5 or May as well. So any of those dates, birthdays, anniversaries, memorials around those. And also I'm getting December around you as well, not because it's Christmas, but I feel like December is a significant month as well. But I'll leave it there. It's just a mini reading that I do for people, and I will allow you to do some validation on that. So whatever that means to you. Most of the time it doesn't mean anything to me, but it means things to you. That's why I say it. But tonight is our 511th live show. We've done this for 511 times. Can you believe it, Miss Ellie? And for a Monday night, it's show number 166. And I cannot believe that it's the 7th of the 7th already. And guess what it is, Ellie? If I add all that up, it's 777 today. So you've got the 7th of July, and 25 is a 7 as well. So you've got 3 7s today. How cool is that? So there you go. So look up what the angel numbers of 777 is. maybe if you can have a look at that, Ellie, we can read that out later. But over to you there, Miss Ellie. She's got a big fat validation there. I just saw pop up from Trudy.
I love my big fat validation. So Trudy said, yes, I have a validation. It was fantastic. My pop came through. The Pat Pop spoke of is my auntie who is his sister. Apparently, I am a lot like her, according to my dad and Nana anyway. Also, I have an appointment with a lawyer to discuss options. You brought up contracts and to try to settle out of court. This is exactly what I wanted to do. So I will keep you posted. You mentioned a big ego. Yes, he always wants to win rather than see the reason. Unfortunately, you also said not to sign anything before I have checked it. I can, hun. Thank you.
Wow, I was just trying to look for Pat's reading that I did because I can't remember it all, but I don't even know when it was. Was it last week? It was last week. Yeah, I remember something about Pat, but I just can't remember where I wrote it. My writing is like it's hieroglyphics writing. I swear to God, I learned shorthand when I was in college many moons ago. And do you think I can write like it, but I can't actually understand it. It just doesn't make sense sometimes. Never mind. Oh, well, we'll just keep on going. But thank you for the beautiful validation there, Pat. And yes, 100%. Whatever you do not sign anything unless you are 100% sure. And they're just saying to me also that you get that feeling in your stomach. Does that make sense to you? You get that feeling if something's not right with you. And I'll leave it there. But I'd like to hear back from you about what the saga behind everything, because I feel like it's just going to be a little bit of a run for everybody's money. That's what I'm hearing as well. So brace yourself there, Lovey. You can do it. You've got the strength to do it. And who else have we got here? Tazi Lee, good evening. We've also got so she said, question, should I meet with him to discuss options prior to meeting with the lawyer on Thursday? Who she mean, Ellie? Does she let me go back to that. She said something about lawyer. You mentioned a big ego, yes. What was it, Ellie? Did you see it? Who's she going to court with
I don't know.
She says, I have an appointment with a lawyer to discuss options. You brought up contracts and to try settle. Yes, 100%. If I've said to try settle out of court last time, Lovey, that's exactly what you should try and do. There's no point going to a lawyer and upsetting everybody when someone else might settle with you out of court. So 100%, I already said that. So you're asking me the same question. Should I meet with him to discuss options prior to meeting? Of course. I said that last time. 100%, because if you don't, then you're just going to upset everybody, and it might be unnecessary. Does that make sense? Because you don't need to upset people just to get something, Thank you, Wendy Merce Martin. Michelle Coburn and I remember that night. Which night is she talking about? Oh, lost his shoe. That's right. Yes, David lost his shoe. He flipped his shoe open that night as well.
It was the bottom of his sole that came off.
Yeah, I know. Gosh, I know. What's wrong with these shoes these days? They don't make them like the olden days, that's for sure. So let's keep going. If you've got a question, then post it up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I try to be here and help everybody every Sunday night as well from 8 till 10. I always do this live, and I put my neck on the line every time I do a show because I don't have to pre-record. I don't do anything like that. None of my shows are pre-recorded. They used to be when I first started, when I was with a couple of other ladies, but not anymore. And because I always found that if I was to pre-record a show now, it would be completely different. It wouldn't be a current situation. So, and also it just doesn't feel right doing it like that either. Okay, so here's Alison Ray. She came back and said, I've been looking at more land, escaped Serbia. Yes, type in capitals, Alison, validation, and then just put it all in one so that Miss Ellie can read it out for me. That's what she does here. She said, my dad passed May, my baby December 25. There you go. So we got all those dates there. So I've also said December, which is the December, and she's also said Can you see all that validation there, Ellie? I think she's got it all a bit.
I can't find half of it. I'm finding it with the feeds jumping. So
Yeah, that's cool.
What I did have, she said, I've got horses down the road. Been looking at more lands to escape suburbia, and Dad passed May, and my birthday is the 25th of December.
There you go. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. And isn't it funny how I wrote down the 25 up here for the 777 or the 77, which is a good number. Let's keep going. Christelle Watt, she says daughter's birthday is the 7th of the 7th, 2017. That's beautiful. So 7 and 7, that's 14. Plus 2 is 14, 15, 16, plus 7. So add that up and then go and look up the numerology for that, Christelle. What else have we got here? So post your questions up on the main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. And if you're a listener and you haven't heard me before, I'm an international psychic medium. I do relay direct messages from spirit. There's no tarot cards with me. I'm the real deal. I went live 511 shows ago because I got tired of all the fakes out there just ripping people off with money and telling them that they need to have a reading. And also just reminded me as well, I've had a few people contact me through Messenger saying, Lesley, is this you? Because the scammers out there, they always do this for psychics and what they do, guys, is they always make a fake friends page. Now, that's really, really important. They cannot make a business page. They can only make a friends page. So please be aware, this is the scam page. That's what they've done. They've actually taken my photo, they've taken my logos, and they've made this page into their own. And the only way that they can do that is to form a friends page. So they will ask you to, and they will request you to be a friend of theirs. But I will never ask anybody to friend request with me. This is what they're doing with people. They're sending them, hello, how are you doing? Sending you love and light. Are you there? And they're sending this to people. Okay, guys. So do not like or do not get sucked into any fake pages. The main page is Psychics on Radio. I'm the only person that looks at the messenger messages, and I do not contact people and ask them to be my friend. You'll know straight away if it's a fake page because it's not a business page, and only a friend's page can ask for a friend request. That's how you know straight away it's not a business page. There can only be one business page with one business name. That's how Facebook works. So please don't get scammed. I do not ask people for any money. I do not tell them that they have to have a reading. I do not do anything. I always have people come to me. I never go to anybody else. So she's Trudy Bellamy. She said, yes, I do get that feeling. But anything else from you there, Miss Ellie?
No.
Okay. Oh, Trudy Bellamy, I've told you 6 times. She says, should I meet with him tomorrow to try and reach an agreement prior to the appointment with my lawyers? Yes, love. I've said that. I've said that a few times now. I said that last week. 100%. Okay. You're welcome. She says, I truly appreciate you. Thank you. I will keep you posted, Lesley and crew. Thank you. It's awesome because we don't want to upset people if it's unnecessary. Don't get in. People get into the bless you. People get into the habit of upsetting people for no reason when they can just communicate. When you can communicate, it's really, really simple. Manners are a must. Yes, thank you, Glennis Lacey. Andrea Turner, I will take the heat every day over our snow here during winter. Oh, yes, I couldn't imagine the snow. It must be horrendous.
Can we swap? I want snow.
Oh, oh wow. Yes. Well, no, thanks, Ellie. You can have the snow. I would rather have the heat too because I can just jump in my pool. Let's keep going. But anyway, we'll be back shortly. You're listening to Alive. We've got our first ad break. Cheers. Bye.
0.5.
Need a drink.
Looking to stay connected with the Hills Shire? Discover Hills.Sydney, your go-to digital magazine for local news, politics, events, and community stories. Whether you're a local business
Best
aiming
ever.
to reach a wider audience or eager to stay informed, Hills.Sydney is your platform. Advertise with us and be part of a thriving digital community. Visit www.hills.sydney today. Hills.Sydney, where community comes to life. Station sponsor. SE Timbers Castle Hill are flooring experts. Not just flooring, SE Timbers supply, install and guarantee solid timber, engineered, laminate and vinyl flooring, as well as carpet, blinds and shutters. An authorised dealer of major brands like Boral, Preference and Quickstep.
Post up your questions, guys. Love, like and share the page.
Or visit setimbers.com.au to arrange a free quote today.
We'll probably end up only doing an hour and a half tonight, Miss Ellie, because I was already tired before I even got here from that big trip over the weekend.
I've been out for close to 16 hours, so I can't wait to go to bed.
Wish I could do that again, Ellie.
With vast experience and a commitment to service, we ensure a stress-free process.
No, they did this clinic ran late.
Yeah.
Financial decisions and visit our website.
Yeah.
sunplus.com.au today. Sunplus is here to assist in every way. Your journey to financial clarity starts with Sunplus. Station sponsor.
Sitting on the couch, watching
Wow.
online movies,
So I was like, nah,
sitting in your
I'm not
kitchen
going to be able
or
to
at
go
your
home, so I'll
office,
just stay around.
listening to your favourite radio online. Introducing Ripple Networks, Australia's newest broadband internet provider, providing internet services to homes and businesses across Australia. Sign up today to get a 6-month discounted internet plan with no lock-in contracts. To activate internet at your home or business, go to ripplenetworks.com.au. Station
30
sponsor.
seconds.
If you are looking for a different type of podcast, be sure to check out the Mind Positivo podcast. We chat with awesome people from around the world who share their inspiring life stories. The Mind Positivo podcast was featured in the top 25% of shared podcasts globally on Spotify, and we have listeners tuning in from over 53 countries. Make sure to check out the Mind Positivo podcast on YouTube or wherever you listen to your favourite podcasts. Station sponsor.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. We are 30 minutes in and we are on fire here. So we've already had a beautiful big meaty validation from one of our followers here, and I just wanted to also make sure that people have an abundance manifestation here from my little trusty book that I've written most of my affirmations in. So I've got greatness. You found this because you're finally ready. I'm ready for the greatness that is unfolding in my life. I trust the process and embrace the opportunity ahead. I am worthy of all the blessings and success that are coming my way. Trust in yourself and know that everything you've been through has prepared you for this moment. You are ready now. So that's what I wrote in here in my trusty book in January. So you can use little affirmations like that, but I highly recommend getting a little tiny book like this, and every time you see a quote or every time you see something that resonates with you, you should write it in the book. But there's also, I've written in here, I found on TikTok once a couple of little spells, like protection spells and things like that for yourself. And I'm just trying to grab that now. What is it? Power of repetition. There's lots of stuff in here. I might even do some more workshops because not this month, but probably the next month, because I just need to share this information. It's so good. So the law of attraction, I am worth times 3. 3, that's what it says. I am worthy of everything I deserve, wealth, greatness, and great health, happiness, and fun times. I already have it, and it's on its way with me to me daily. So you got to feel the emotions as if it has already happened. That's where people go wrong when they do manifestation. They don't actually feel what they want. They just go with emotion. They don't go with the actual feeling, and that's where they go wrong with that. So daily affirmation, I am so happy and grateful that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. That's by Bob Proctor. Now, I was studying Bob Proctor about, 10, 15 years ago, and he's still alive, that man. He's just incredible. still alive, and he is he's very old, but he's right into all the manifestations of everything, and he talks about, the quantum universe and etc. But he's absolutely amazing. So there's another elderly gentleman that's passed on, and his name was Napoleon Hill. So you can look up on YouTube, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And that audio is from a book, and it's very, very old. It's from a book that he wrote many, many years ago. And there's an elderly gentleman that reads it out on the audio on the YouTube channel. And it's just all about how to manifest and get what you want in life instead of, suffering. It's pretty cool. But post your questions up to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air Facebook page. I will get it there. So we've got Patricia Bell. Good evening. Lesley, will me and my partner work things out, or will I find someone else? I just said find someone else. I know that you don't want to hear that, but and you know what? It's really funny how I've just read your thing out, because I wasn't going to read it from my book, but I just saw here, and let me just grab the back of my book here, 1 second. So it was about, 1 second, I've got to get that page. It was about valuing yourself enough to know that when someone's disrespecting you, I don't know which page it was on now, but when someone's disrespecting you, there's no point staying or being with people that disrespect you because they don't value you. You need to value yourself. So when you put that boundary around people that are being disrespectful to you, now I don't know which one is, I've got about 15 pages I've got to go through. But when you value yourself in a relationship more, that's when other people respect you. So whatever's going on there, I don't know the whole story, Patricia, but I just feel like I just heard move on. That's what I just heard. I know you probably don't want to hear it, but I see ring as well. Is there rings? Maybe this is just the test of time. Because I kind of got two conflicting things. I heard the words move on, and then I just saw rings. So, and I put you can see like I put a brick wall, a line through that. So I'm not sure which way. It's either one or the other. It's like an ultimatum. Does that make sense? Yeah. And is this just from falling apart? I don't really see too much sorrow in the heart. I feel like it's just sad that, it might go that way, but I don't see like pain. Does that make sense? So I feel like that you've probably had worse than this before. And I'll leave that there. But I do get 16, 1 and 67 in the month of July. So this year is the year number 9. So it's the year of completion, people. And if things have already gone from, people cutting off people and people, moving away from toxicity or poor behaviors, disrespectful friends and family and whatever else, it's all meant to be, because this year is the year number 9 and it's all about completion. So it's finally going to settle. So I just see everything settling for people, lots of different people, I had a reading the other night, and it was a beautiful lady. And it was just so uncanny. She never believed me in my first reading that I did with her, and then told me, that I wasn't this and I wasn't that. And I said, fine, whatever. I don't care what you say, but it's definitely going to come true. I'm not going to make things fit for you. And sure as ever, I get a call from her, a text message from her desperately wanting to do a reading with me, because I was 100% right when she went back and watched the video. And I said, well, I told you last time, I don't fluff things up. I don't make things, into a fancy, pretty picture that you want to hear things. I tell the black and white side of everything. And it's not the in-between stuff that the other fakes out there want to, just give you the rubbish for and make you pay a fortune for. But I do see, I wrote down sorrow and pain, but I don't feel like it's that bad, if that makes sense. Okay, Patricia, but all the best, lovey. Did you see that light flicker off and on, Miss Ellie?
Yep.
Yes. Isn't it bizarre? Over to you.
So there's a validation from Renat Hash. She said, approximately 6 weeks ago, I asked Leslie for some assistance regarding if my rescue dog would be okay and looked after whilst I was on overseas holiday. You did point out that the lady will look after him well and the dog will be fine. Also to use FaceTime to contact with my Coco. Thank you so much for your help, Leslie, which made me at ease going away. And yes, the lady looked after her.
Oh, very good. So she didn't know the lady. Is that what I'm gathering there? Maybe. So Renate, did you know that lady, or was it wasn't? Because I don't feel like that it was. There wasn't. You were kind of a bit unaware of her. Does that make sense as well? What do we got here? Lisa Young, she says, good evening, Leslie. Will my kid's father ever come back in our lives? He is a missing person. Oh. Oh, geez, that's a tough one. I want to say what I want to say on air, but I don't feel like it's the right spot to say things. Does that make sense, Lisa? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to pass on this one because I feel like this one's too sensitive for live and public, if that makes sense, Lisa. I will pass on that, lovey. But if you want to contact me, send me a private message, please. Tanya Aikens, good evening. She said, I have been waiting on a reply from the electrician and when the TV aerial installation is going to happen. Should I assume they won't hear back from? Of course, they're tradies. Oh my God, Tanya, welcome to the world of owning your own home. They just decide to do, you know what there should be? You know what there really should be? There should be a site where people can compare the pair with roofers, with tradies, with, gardeners, electricians, plumbers, because they say they're going to be there and then they never turn up. And it's just disgusting, they don't care and it's awful.
Back when I was managing the juice where I used to manage, and I was actually talking to the plumber at the same time, dating wise. But I just came up with the conclusion that tradies are the most unpunctual people in their lives and on work.
I know. Tell me about it. I know, unless you work for a big company like I do, but they're brilliant. But I'm telling you, if it's just, Joe Blogs down the road, they always make it a bad thing for themselves. You get the occasional, really trustworthy person, but Ellie, what are you doing? You're right. But every time the tradie ever said they were going to come to my place, they never show up. And I don't know why. I give up. It's really, really daunting for us women because we can't go and do everything ourselves. So it's really quite hard for us to get through, and I don't even start me about my balcony and the gutter and the roof on the balcony. Don't even start me about that. You should see the invention that I had to make to stop the water from going over the balcony and into downstairs. So yes, I had to improvise and turn into some sort of magician the other day when it was her torrentious rain. She said, yes, that is correct, Renate. What was I asking her?
That was if she didn't know the lady who was looking after her.
Oh, she said, yeah, because I had a feeling that she didn't really know her. But very good, because in that way, like if you FaceTime him and one of my friends from work, he put a camera in his little unit for his dog so he could watch his dog during the day, and it's so cute. I thought that was brilliant. But I was thinking of doing that with Schnitzel to see what she gets up during the day. How funny would that be? God love her.
I put a motion activated camera next to my bird cage when I was living at home, and I could talk to the birds throughout the day. Except the thing is, they could hear my voice, but they couldn't see where it was coming from. So they'd fly away from the camera and just start screaming.
Oh, because they miss you.
No, they were scared of it.
Oh,
where the voice was coming from.
That's funny, eh?
It was great to watch, but I had to take it out.
Yeah, there you go. Poor things. She's like family now, definitely a very genuine person. That's beautiful, Stephanie. Yes, that's beautiful. So usually beautiful people that love animals are, really, I just find beautiful people that love animals are quite honest. So Tanya Agan says they were going to order a new exhaust fan for me and book a day for aerial installation, but they haven't replied to my messages. Yeah, see, well, that's your answer, Tanya. Move on, lovey. Do not go with them because then they will do a crappy job. And I hope you haven't paid them any money. So, and I also decided that if I ever get any work done at my property, I will be putting a retention on the actual tradie that does it, because I paid a lot of money to the roofer that I got to fix my roof and it still leaked, blah, blah, blah. Cut a long story short, but I paid him in full and the bloke had came back 18 months later to fix it, but didn't still fix it properly. So don't even start me with that one. You can see how burred up I am about that. So yes, most of them are good tradies and they are good at what they do, but time management, forget it. It's out the door. They need to learn project management or something. Yes, but anyways, we'll keep going. You looked to see if you scared me then, didn't you?
I scared myself, actually.
You're funny, Ellie. Oh my gosh. All right, let's go. So what do we got here? Mary Migueli Reardon. I would love to have a read, please, and thank you. So let's go. Spirit. It's Mary Reardon. What do we have here? I just hear dehydration. Like really, really thirsty. I just feel really thirsty. Is it hot where you are? Like temperature-wise, is it hot where you are? I'm also getting 16 around you, 7 in the month of July. So definitely this month has been a significant month already. We're only 7 days in. So the 7th of the 7th, and it's 25th year, and so it's 777. So look up the 777 to see what that means for you, lovey. I'm also getting 7:30. What does 7:30 p.m. mean to you? Why are they giving me a specific time? So 7:30 p.m. I don't know what that means, but that's going to be significant for you. Was that the time of a passing of somebody, or was that the time of a special moment, a birthday, anniversary, memorial, a passing? What was that? And the person that I'm feeling, I feel quite sick in the stomach as well. So sick in the belly, and I'm also getting pain. I just had pain in my thumb, so arthritis in the thumb. I couldn't even write properly then. Arthritis in the thumb. And also in my chest. I feel like I'm empty in my chest, if that makes sense. Like heartbroken. I'm also getting number 9 around you in September as well. So lots of good stuff coming up for you, even though things feel like it's all gone pear-shaped lately. But I do feel that September is going to be a significant month for you. So look forward to that. I'm getting the 16 again. So whatever 16 means, the 1 and 6, is it the 16th of September, or what does the 16 mean? Because that is just come through again for you. They keep showing me 7 as well. So definitely number 7. So you got a lot of 7s around you. So whatever that means, did you find out what that 777 means, Ellie? We can look it up in the break. All right, let's keep going. Yes, and I'm over the page. So if you'd like to have a free mini reading, then come over to that main page, Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. I was freezing before we came in here, Miss Ellie, but I've just thrown off the Ugg boots because when spirit comes through, I get really, really hot. And even in summer, Ellie's frozen because I've got the aircon on full bore, and she's there with a hoodie and everything else on.
Well, I'm in long sleeves.
I know. I don't believe it because normally you're like in short sleeve or a singlet or shorts. Yeah, you're in shorts. So, Mary Reardon, type in capitals validation and then just post it all in one hit, because I think she's just said my husband's birthday is 7:30. So what does the 7:30 mean? I don't understand. Type in capitals validation and just put the whole lot there so Miss Ellie can pick it up for me, please. Because I don't know, like I heard 7:30 or 730, 730, whatever that means, but I saw 7:30 p.m. Look like the p.m. Yes, Tanya Aikens, I can't believe you had a tradie come back 18 months later. I would never leave a client waiting and guessing like that. Well, you know how many text messages I sent him. You know how many times I asked him, please, politely, please come back and help me because my balcony is getting flooded. Mind you, it was all getting flooded downstairs. This was outside the door. Thank God it wasn't inside the house. Cindy Demon, she says, you keep saying 16.7. That's my dad's birthday. There you go. See, when people come on the show, they don't realize that some things relate to them as well as the person that I'm reading for. So that's why it's so unique. Wow, Miss Jo Andela, she's just sent me thousands and thousands of love hearts. Thank you. It's beautiful. She always does that. I always know it's you because look at how many love hearts I just got. I don't know if you can see that. All that. Yep. There's a lot of love hearts. Thank you. It's beautiful. So what else do we have here? Well, I'm just trying to read a question now. I haven't seen this before, so I might just pass on that one as well. I don't understand it, to be honest. There you go, Miss Ellie. Over to you from Mary.
I was giving you the big grin.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to understand a question then.
So Mary said, my husband's birthday is, I think she means the 30th of the 7th.
Oh.
I fell and hurt my thumb on Mother's Day, and my brother passed away. His birthday is today, the 7th of the 7th.
Oh, wow.
My chest is empty because I lost 2 children and I am dehydrated. It's very hot here in the United States, and my birthday is I think she means 16th of November. Yeah,
that's right, because they write it backwards. Exactly. Wow, I got everything right. That's incredible. So I'm sorry for your loss there, lovey. Yeah, the heart is very, very look, I just feel the sorrow in the chest here. And when I said that, Mary, spirit showed me like empty, like a shell in your body. So was this Mary, did I do a reading for you a very, very long time ago when Ellie first started working for me? Is this the one, Ellie, remember where I had to stop the show that night and we had to go to a break? Do you remember?
I remember it, but I don't remember who it was.
Yeah, I think this is the lady. I've just saw what the 2 sons have just shown me, but I can't say it on air. I think this was the lady. Yeah, Joe, abandoned and haunted. Yes, I had my roof fixed. So I've had Reese come out to fix my roof, which has been fantastic. That's 2 years later, like that's a second roofer. That's been amazing to come out. And then I still got a gutter issue because the gutter that the first guy did totally, messed up everything. And so where the spout comes out, it leaks onto the brickwork, which pours all over onto my balcony. So he should have put the spout facing outwards, but he faced it inwards virtually. So there you go. And Wendy Merce Martin had a validation too there, Miss Ellie. We'll get it. Yeah, she just said 16/7 is my dad's birthday as well. See how spirit comes through and it just does all these funny things around those dates. So cool. Yes, my veranda, my balcony got fixed. So underneath where the door is, the roof got fixed, but because all the water's been coming through again, it's getting damaged again. So it's like it's double the work, it's just crazy. Yes, okay. Yes, Mary, it was her. I know it's you, Mary. I remember that because they just showed me your two sons that did, yeah, the leg, the sore leg and the shooting in the leg or something on the left-hand side, Mary. And I'm also getting a big headache around you. And the shooting in the leg, left leg I think this was for the youngest son, I think it was. And they're always around you though, lovey. Just remember that. They're always around you. It's heartbreaking, but you're a survivor of the fittest. You're a survivor of a lot of trauma. And I'm sorry for your pain. Oh, okay, that'd be great, Cindy. Can you send your husband to Sydney? Because he can fix my gutter in Sydney. So I wish I was in Brisbane then. He could help me. Never mind. It's taken 2 years. These people won't come back because it's only a small job and they do big jobs and they won't come back. I mean, Reese has tried to help me out as well. So my son had spina bifida in a wheelchair and my daughter was in a car wreck. Right. Wow. So that's not good. But so that's not the same Mary that I'm thinking of. Okay. You're not the same Mary, because we had a lady that was, and I can't say what happened to her two sons on air, but I had to stop the show and have a quick break because it was very intense, that reading that time. And I wasn't allowed to say what I could say because we have media law, so I can't say everything. That's why I'm talking double Dutch at the moment. And it was the same Mary. I remember Mary because my grandmother's name is Mary. She said, "You have read me in the past," and yes, it was a while ago. Yes, I do remember the name Mary, but I was getting you confused. But thank you. I put my rings on the side table the other night, and I woke up and only one ring was there. Lesley, could you please let me know where it could be if you can? I've looked elsewhere. Thank you. That's weird. How could you put the rings on the side and both of them and then they go missing? That just doesn't make sense. I don't feel like you put it there. I feel like that. I don't feel like that you put them both there. You know when you've got the bed leg, around the groove, like the square part of the groove of the leg. Just look there. For some reason, I just seen it roll off. Is there a brown or a chocolate colored what's it called, like a little side table anywhere? Like, do you have a side table beside the bed that's actually like a chocolate brown color? Because that's what I see. Wherever it's a chocolate brown color, that's where I see it next to. My son had, okay, we've done that one. So post up your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. So we've also got here Abby Simone. Hi, Lesley. If you have anything for me, I would be very grateful, please, and thank you. So Abby. What do we get here, Spirit? So I get the number 17 and 8 and August around you. I also get 13s, 1 and 3s, 4 in the month of April. So lots of things around these two times. So birthdays, anniversaries, memorials for both. They're also saying to me anxiety plus other health issues. Do you have diabetes or someone, I feel like this might be a male actually, is someone diabetes around you? I feel like this might be a male. They're showing me a male around you. Is this, do you have a male figure around you with a little bit of a belly, skinny legs? Belly and skinny legs. And also, do you have the number 11 around you as well, November and 2 or February? So you've got November and February around you as well. Lots of numbers around you. You're not going to believe it. I'm getting 14 as well. So 1, 5. So you've nearly got every month. So you've got 17, 8 or August, 13, 4 or April. You've got 11 or November or 2 or February or 14, 5 or May. Lots of numbers around you. Big things happening around you. So big things. I'm just writing this down. I'm trying to write as fast as I can get the messages. Do you also have issues with the eyes or something around the eye area here? So I just feel like there's pressure on the front forehead here and like a headache and eye twitching. I can feel I'm laughing because I can feel my eye twitching here. And sometimes that can be stress or a magnesium deficiency. But check out your functional medicine doctor. Eye twitching. They're also saying D's low, so vitamin D low. Do you also have issues around the bloodstream? Have you had your bloods checked lately? Bloodstream not clear, because I just see the bloodstream, it's not clear. It's like they're showing me all cloudy, like mold or some yeast or something in the blood. So something's not right with the blood here. Do you have mold in your property? Because I'm smelling mold and I'm seeing mold, and this is when you have a window and there's condensation on the window, and then people don't really look at the window. Well, that's what I'm seeing. They're showing me a window that every time I walk past this house up the road, there's a window. There's two. There's one to the and they're in some room. I don't look in it, of course, but I can just see on the outside the layer inside their window has got mold all over it. They need to actually do a mold wipe down or whatever they do, but that's what they just showed me. So I see things in themes sometimes, and that's what I'm seeing for you there, lovey. So get rid of that mold. Whatever's going on in the property, just get rid of it, because it's not good for you. I watched a documentary a couple of years ago on mold, and if you really want to investigate how bad it is for your health, please go and look up, any video on mold or any documentary on mold. I don't remember what it was called. And I'm telling you, it's horrendous for your health. The spores are in the air and you're breathing it in, guys. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. But we'll be back shortly. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM.
Find it hard to tune in? Jump on the internet, stream live at www.alive905.com.au.
Back.
Dive into the latest news with Oz Arab Media, your premier destination for the latest events, captivating stories, and rich insights from the Arab world and Australia. Stay informed, inspired, and connected. Download the app or tune in to our platforms today. Oz Arab Media, bridging cultures.
Cebu, is that for Australia?
Is made easy for you. We're a team of local experts dedicated and passionate about helping homeowners, aspiring investors.
My something on my computer was just about to update, and I thought, oh, great. Cebu, SAIBOU, IDDRISU. You're asking me my partner's visa I applied for is keeping too long. Which I don't know what is the hold up. I don't know what to do. You could use a immigration lawyer or something like that, lovey. I don't know anything about that. I don't know why they're doing a hold up. Just ring them and ask them. Apply pressure.
Sydney is your platform. Advertise with us and be part of a thriving digital.
I don't know why they're doing that.
Hills.sydney today. Hills.sydney, where community comes to life. Station sponsor. Need more time to focus on your small business? Let Aurelian Group handle your business applications. With our expertise, you can free up your schedule to serve more customers and do what you love. Let us take care of all your software, technology, and IT needs while you dedicate your time to growing your business. From managing your online presence to streamlining.
How long we got, Ellie?
Trust us.
Minute, did you say?
Visit Aurelian-group.com today and discover the true potential of your business. Station sponsor. SE Timbers Castle Hill are flooring experts. Not just flooring, SE Timbers supply, install and guarantee solid timber, engineered, laminate and vinyl flooring, as well as carpet, blinds and shutters. An authorised dealer of major brands like Boral, Preference and Quickstep. Call 98946660 or visit setimbers.com.au to arrange a free quote today. Station sponsor, SE Timber Floors and Shutters, ingrained quality.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with international psychic medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. I just have a question from Melissa Robertson. She said, "Hi, Lesley. Just a quick question. I was hoping you could assist me. When one passes away, is there a likely time before you can connect with them in spirit? Thanks for all that you do." And that for me is any time. They don't have to be a certain days or weeks or hours past their passing. They can come through anytime they want. But most of the time when you have a new passing of someone that's, not, especially the ones that are skeptical before they've even passed over, they didn't believe in people like us, they would take a little bit longer to relay messages, not come through, but relay messages, if that makes sense. So In other words, they would be there trying to talk through me to you, for example, but they would not know how to say what they want to say straight away. So until they get, and I just say to them in my head, you can say anything to me because I'll understand. Just tell me what you want to say. But at any time, and even one of my, this relates to one of my teachers who, many years ago, she used to say the same thing. Well, we actually get messages before they've even passed. So if they're lying in palliative care, just say for instance, if to even a dementia patient or someone like that's unconscious, or they're alive, they're breathing, but they can't talk, and they're unconscious before they pass over. Well, that's kind of like the middle of the crossing. Does that make sense? It's like you're walking from one side of the road to the other, and you're on the zebra crossing, but you're actually transitioning across to the other side. That's the best way I can describe it. And you can hear everything. You can pretty much feel everything. If you got your eyes closed, you can still see it because you're looking from you're a living soul on this side, on the left side, but on the right side, you're actually looking over yourself and you can see what's going on. So you can see everything as well. That's how I see things. I've had that many people pass, and show me, or from the mediumship side, and show me them with who's around them around the bed when they've passed on, and I can say what they've done, the person that's living, the relative or the friend or the family or whoever it is that's living, that's what they're doing with the past loved one, and they could show me everything. So if I can see that, then definitely 100% they can come through with any real medium anytime they want. It just depends on them as well. I've done readings, and I'm a professional reader. I've done, thousands of readings, and, mini readings in here, we're probably up to 30-something thousand now, over 510 live shows. And every time I've done a reading, I've always had a past loved one that's come through, shown me things, and they've shown me where they were and what the family was doing, and if there was arguments outside the door or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can explain what happened with my remote viewing with the person. Just depends on the spirit and what they want to give me. And then they will show me if they're not happy with someone. They don't usually pass in pain ever. They don't usually pass with, oh no, I just realized something. Okay, geez. 1 second.
Do you want to play a song?
No, it's all right. I just realized something. Never mind. Exactly. Okay, I just realized something on my page. Never mind. What was I saying? I just, so when they're passing over, they show me things when they're comfortable showing me things, especially when they're a fresh Passover, if that makes sense. And they don't go with any pain. They always go in peace, and they don't hold any grudges. They're always in neutral gear. So I hope that helps you. And they're there waiting. They're there all the time waiting. So you can talk out loud to them because they'll give you signs. You just got to ask them to show you signs. For example, you might see a feather in your bed. You might see, if it's Roger Rabbit, his name was, for example, you'll see RR on a number plate. You'll see Roger, someone, or a Roger might walk up to you and ask you a question to help them, with directions or whatever. And then they're gone, they're disappeared, and you look back and they're not there. I've heard that before. It's just a lot of different things. So what else is there? I'm going to have to go shortly. Goodbye, Gladys Lacey. Rising, good grand rising, everyone. Rachel Brown, long time no see. I'd be grateful for a mini reading. My mum's birthday is on the 13th of this month, and you shouldn't tell me. You should know, Rachel Brown, not to tell me any numbers. Don't tell me any numbers, lovey. I don't want any information. I just want the questions. That's how my spirit operates. So the 13th, so 4 and April. So definitely you've got your 13, which you just told me about, the 4 and April. So April, I feel like, was significant for you anyway this year. April was probably the worst year of my life ever. This April, or not ever, but a significant part of it. I'm also getting 12 around you, so December as well, and 3 and March. So March also. So March leading into April, definitely different and difficult times. Different and difficult. And also, I get the anxiety around you still. So lots of things coming up for you though there, Rachel. So look forward to it. And I just heard work-life balance. Whatever you're doing, you need to get some balance in your life. Because I feel like that it's been up and down still, if that makes sense. Okay, so up and down, roll, and they just show me the roller coaster. Is there some young? Do you have two either younger? I just heard siblings, but I get two. But I feel like these are children. So they're showing me. I feel like there's either two children or two siblings, boy and girl. What is the male and female? These are not children. These are adults. So I don't know why I'm getting shown that tonight. That's all I'm getting. I don't get anything else with it. It's really quite bizarre. But I'll leave it there, Rachel. Look after your health. So I feel like health is going to be on the cards again for you. It's a lot of stress at the moment. But you need to be patient, take your time, and rest. And I'll leave it there. Thank you. Any other validations here, Miss Ellie?
No.
Not yet. Okay. So, yes, okay, Cebu, we read out in the ad that Cebu wants to get to Australia, or get her partner to Australia, and there's a hold up with the visa. And I said, I don't know anything about that, but an immigration lawyer. I do know an immigration lawyer here in Sydney. If you send me a private message on my messenger through Facebook onto the Psychics on Radio Angels on Air page, Cebu, then I can forward you a dear friend of mine who's an immigration lawyer. She said, may I know what the spirit have for me, because I have been feeling down these days. Yes, I'm not surprised. You've been worried. Was there a criminal matter around you as well? Was there some criminal or some sort of police matter around you or the family? And would this be why your husband is or your partner is not being able to get the visa straight away? Because I just feel like the immigration lawyer would be able to get this through. So send me a message if you want some help with that. But I'm also getting 12 around you as well. I feel like December is going to be a better time for you. And smiles on the face around December. This is going to take till December. I feel like this is what is it now? July, August, September, October, November, December. So another 5 months away. 5 months, whatever the 5 months away is for you, then that's how long it's going to take. So, you've been going for 5 months too, I feel. They're also showing me white curtains in your place. Why am I getting white curtains out of everything that I could possibly get? They're showing me white curtains. Looks like to me black lounge. The black lounge is facing to the left, and then the curtains are on the right, like lacy curtains. White lace. I don't know what that means. White lace curtains, and it looks like a black or dark colored lounge. And I'm getting anxiety around you as well. Is this a money thing as well? Because I do see police and I do see money. Okay, and I'll leave that there. Thank you. My dad had a premonition in hospital that he was going to pass, and the whole family were around the bed 3 weeks before he passed. That's from Cindy Damon. Yes, sometimes they do, Lovey. They do see themselves they do see themselves passing a lot earlier. It's quite daunting. You know, there was a lady that one of the kids from my daughter's school, this mum, and she invited me, and well, actually, I lied. I invited her and her daughter to my daughter's birthday party when my daughter was only really young. And my daughter was probably only about 6 years of age. I think she was 6 or 7. Anyway, I don't forget it, because when she was there, she looked so beautiful. She had the most beautiful blue eyes, beautiful skin tone. Her hair was gorgeous. She was just the fittest person I've ever seen in my life. Just absolutely gorgeous, this lady. And then she absolutely floored me at the birthday party, my daughter's birthday party, and told me that she had stage 4 cancer. And I couldn't believe it. And then within about, oh gosh, it would have been about 3 or 4 months later, the school that my daughter and her daughter went to school together, they had a little festival there to raise money for, you know, charity, blah, blah, blah. And she was sitting in the playground on a chair because she was really unwell and she couldn't walk very well. And she kept saying to one of the other mums, "Can you please tell Lesley to come and see me? Can you please tell Lesley to come and see me?" And I didn't realize at the time, but that was her way of saying goodbye to me. And she said goodbye to me because she got up out of a chair, gave me a cuddle, and said goodbye and everything. So good to see you, she said. But then she knew I have absolutely every reason to believe that she knew she was going to pass away in the next couple of days. It was just, it was such a shock. It was terrible. But anyways, that's life, isn't it, guys? What else have we got here? Post your questions up to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. It's on the Facebook page, and we're streaming around the world. We're on 7 platforms tonight, and we are still doing our shows here. It's 166 live shows on a live 90.5 FM and 511 all round that I've done, and most of them are done with Miss Ellie. Okay, what else have we got here? I'm trying to get past. So Stephanie at Hill, she says validation. Where is it? Oh, there you go. Bev Ridley, there you go. So I just told Bev Ridley to go into her bedroom and find exactly where that ring was, and she said, "Thank you, Lesley. I found my ring where you said yay." Well, that's a miracle, because I saw it, but I thought, nah, don't be silly. She couldn't have just dropped it there. But never mind. What else have we got here? Thank you for that. That's the remote viewing. I actually saw it like past the bedpost and in the corner, in the groove of the bedpost kind of thing there. That's what I thought I saw. But anyway, over to you there, Miss Ellie.
So Rachel Brown said, "I have 3 brothers, but only speak to 2 of them. My older brother just had another baby, a baby girl named Sophia. I haven't met her, and yes, my work life is crazy at the moment. We haven't had a manager since March, and no summer bonus like what was promised. I've been super tired, so I've been catching up on sleep. Life has been a roller coaster ride. You hit the nail on the head with that. I miss you and hope to see you more in the upcoming weeks. Thank you for all of it."
Oh dear, yes, up and down. You just need to preserve yourself at the moment there, lovey. Miss Rachel Brown, you need to preserve yourself, because otherwise you're going to really, just fizzle out. That's what I'm hearing. Just fizzle out completely. And it's like you come home, you just flop yourself onto the bed or the lounge and just sit there, You need to do that too. Melissa Robertson, how beautiful. I really do feel that they know. My nana said if we sent her for an echocardiogram, it would be the death of her. 3 weeks later, she passed 8 days short of her 92nd birthday. Oh, bless her. Well, a lot of people don't get to that age there, Melissa. So that's such a beautiful age, 92. Wow. That is such a good age. That's a long time to live. A long time to live, So we need to celebrate people's lives now. We need to celebrate, not be unhappy that they've passed. We just need to say, yeah, they had a great life. Like, they got to 92. That's brilliant. What else we got here? Yes. Tazi Lee, just wondering if you could see what's happening with my knee, please. Ooh. For some reason, Tazi, I get the left knee. Or is the left knee compensating for the right knee? because I feel like one side's definitely going to be compensating for another. So I'll give you a little tip on the knees. When I used to lecture, as well as I used to be doing a lot of rehab for people for many years. And when you have a knee and it doesn't have hamstring strength, because hamstrings are the keys to knees to keep them strong, as well as quads, then you have a very, very weak knee. So it becomes very, very unstable. It's all over the place. So when you have really strong hamstrings and you concentrate on your hammies, then you have really strong knees, or you can have really, less trauma with the knee. But if you twisted your knee, or you heard a couple of pops, pop, pop, from your knee, then that's usually an ACL, like an anterior cruciate ligament rupture, when you hear the pops, because I know that for a fact, because I've had two. I did one leg each playing soccer, and it doesn't tickle, certainly does hurt, and then the surgery straight after. But I recommend going have an MRI there, Tazi. Go and see a specialist, a sports specialist, and have an MRI. And if it's anything swelling around it, then that's clearly an injury, clearly an issue, because your knees should not swell. Let's keep going. What else do we have here? Oh, I'm just trying to get through my feed here. Everybody's having a conversation. So did she say where she found it, Ellie, yet?
Oh, is this Bev?
Yeah.
She said she found it next to her brown wooden tape.
Ah, there you go. Just where I saw it. How cool is that? Thank you, Bev. That's cool. Melissa wrote, it was an incredible age. Yes, 100%. 92 is brilliant. Anybody that lives over 90 these days is, you've got to give them a medal. She was only eight years off the 100. I hope I live to 100. I want to get some sort of certificate for it. Ellie's laughing at me. Do you think I'll live to 100, Ellie?
I'll throw you a party.
Okay, you throw me a party. All right. You can throw me a party. I know you would. That's cool. So we've got Stephanie Athill. Hi, Leslie. Any guidance for me? Oops. Where are we? From Spirit in regards to my current energy. Yes. Oh, Stephanie, what's going on? I only read for you a few months ago, I remember. What do we got here? So your current energy, oh, geez. Look, I just feel like I'm just hearing heat exhaustion. And just exhaustion. Either the heat's too much, or it's getting to you, or I'm also getting 16 around you, 7 in the month of July too, Steph. Please be careful the next couple of weeks. I feel like this is definitely going to tax you. Okay, because I just see you flopping on the lounge as well. and do you sleep on when you go to bed at night, do you sleep on your right side, hands under why am I seeing the sleep? Maybe they're showing me that you need more sleep, but I'm seeing the hands under. You either sleep like that or you need more sleep. Definitely need more sleep. I'm not trying to relate this because you just told me about your current energy, but if you have a look at, there's a natural herbal like vitamin that you can get called spirulina. Spirulina, and it's amazing. It keeps your skin beautiful. It keeps you full of energy. It helps you with everything. But have a look at that. And if you've got any questions on it, then send me a private message and I'll send you a little bit of information on that. But I'll leave that there. Thank you. Yes, so 100% Miss Tanya Aikens. I need to work on my hamstrings, she says. My knees crack and pops, and now I have a suspected Baker's cyst on the back of the knee. You know why you have a Baker's cyst? Because you have no strength, and it's trying to do everything that without any strength. So 100%. People need, look, everyone's got arms and legs to move and lift, and we should be lifting. That's how you stay young. That's how you stay strong. That's how you don't get injured. That's how you don't have arthritis and all these other little issues going on in life. You always need to stay strong. So, people when I used to be a full-time PT used to say to me, oh, I don't want it, my new clients, I don't want to bulk up, Lesley. I say, oh, okay. I said, do I look like I'm bulked up? And they go, no. And I go, well, I've been doing this for 36 years off and on. You know, I said, do I look bulked up? They go, nope. I said, well, there you go. So definitely weights don't bulk you up. It actually reduces fat on your body. So back over to you there, Miss Ellie.
Yeah, so there was a validation from Tazi Lee. She said, yes, I fractured my right tibia and that hasn't really been hurting, but has started aching. I'm 2 weeks into a month of non-weight bearing, but yes, my left leg is aching as it's compensating. Hurting is not going. So
one side will be sorer than the other, which is the left leg, because it's compensating. That's what I was saying. It hurts too. So so she plastered up then. She says so non-weight. So she must be plastered up with the, oh, that would have hurt. Oh gosh, I'm going to get away from that question because I bet you any money spirit will give me that pain in a minute. And I don't want that pain. So there you go. Oh, that's beautiful, Miss Bev Ridley. Back over to you there, Miss Ellie. You're just about to do something else? Oh, I thought she was just about to tell me to do something then. Okay, what do we got here? Yeah, well, there you go. I walk every day, but I need a knee reconstruction next year. So you're talking about a knee reconstruction or a knee replacement? So normally a knee reconstruction is from an ACL or an anterior cruciate ligament or PCL, posterior cruciate ligament. And usually you'll know, like people are deficient in vitamin D, they're deficient in all their essential minerals, and they don't exercise, and then people wonder why they have, hormonal issues, because the body needs to move, it needs to burn off that energy, it needs to use, the muscles need to use strength, that loves strength. Once you start doing this stuff, you can't get enough of it. If I need to go to the gym at least once or twice, sometimes 3 times a week, depending on how busy I am. If I don't get there in that week, oh my God, I just feel like rubbish. But yeah. Send your questions to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. We're live across the world. We've got Tanya Akins here. She says, my Nana nearly made it to her 99th birthday. She never complained about anything. That's beautiful. That is so sweet. Wow. I think my grandmother was 87 or 88, and my grandfather, he was a bit younger, like he was 86 or 85 or something like that when he passed. But he passed a few years later. God bless his soul. He was such a funny old man. He used to make us laugh. And he would do anything for us. And my grandmother, I was the favorite. So nobody else was the favorite out of my cousins and my sister, and I was the favorite. She used to walk up to everybody else and then grab my hand, and just walk up to me, grab my hand, and then push in $20 note, and then walk up to everyone else and do the same and give them 10. I was always the favorite. How cool is that? And then I had a dream of my grandmother many, many years ago. Would have been about, 8 months after she'd passed away. And sure as ever, I saw her sitting in this cafe, in this laneway, and she's like, come here, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't want to go there. And I don't know if she was calling me to go the other side or what, but I didn't want to go there. But she was having a coffee. She had a coffee there waiting for me. And I said, not going there. I was too young to know what the message was there. So yeah, good. So when you're walking every day, Bev Ridley, you need to walk with a brisk walk so that you're just puffing, so you can just talk and just breathe at the same time. And then that way you burn off more fat. I remember you saying you were the favorite. Yes, Tanya Akins. I'm always the favorite with my grandmother. So yes. All right, let's keep going. Yes, knee replacement. Yes, I thought so. Not a knee reconstruction. Reconstruction and replacement's 2 different things. Way, way different. Still painful, still a lot of rehab. So that's why when you have knee surgery, you should be prior to having any surgery, you should be at the sports physio, getting as much strength into that leg as you can so that you can recover a lot quicker. And just strengthen them up. So Tanya Aiken says, I was my granddad's favorite. And how's this dog going, Tanya? I want to know how the doggie's going. The dog, I'm just seeing the dog. And you still get tears for your cat. Cat tears, I'm hearing. I'm also getting 11 around you in November, 13 and 4 and April as well, Tanya. So lots of good stuff coming up for you in November, but I feel like April, saying to me, April was a significant month as well. I know how you feel about losing a pet, that's for sure. And they say that when you lose, one of my friends, a professor of psychology, she told me that when you lose an animal that is long time with you. My Bob was with me for 15 and a three-quarters years. Like, he was only about 10 weeks off his 16th birthday. And she said, when you lose a long-term pet, it's equivalent to losing a 3-year-old child. And I said, yeah, well, that's how much it hurts. Sure does. But I'll leave it there. You're listening to Alive 90.5 FM.
Live 90.5.
I'm sweating. My ears. Are you sweating? Gosh. I've got the Ugg boots off. I got everything. I was freezing when I came in here. Now I'm bloody sweating. I got this tickling here in my ear. I've just seen all your messages, Summer Dawson. Can you stop writing so many? And I'm ignoring it because you haven't said please once. So spirits asked me to ignore it. You're spamming me, but you haven't even said once. One, please.
We offer a personalised, unique experience for every photo shoot, specialising in weddings, christenings, family portraits.
Yeah, see? Tanya Aiken, she says, oh, my dog Jake has settled in so well. I love him so much. Yeah, there you go.
Brings you a bundle of joyful memories for you to cherish for your next event. Station sponsor. The Hills to Hawkesbury Community Newspaper is a family-owned and operated free community magazine. 10,000 copies are printed every fortnight and delivered to 75 different locations across the Hills and Hawkesbury areas. If you're
Oh, can I please? Sorry, I beg your pardon. I just saw, can I have a message? Sorry, Summer.
Plus the newspaper's social media sites. The Hills to
I'll get to you.
aim is to inform, involve, and inspire, which is why partnering with Alive 90.5 makes perfect sense. Station sponsor. If you're looking for a different type of podcast, be sure to check out the Mind Positivo podcast. We chat with awesome people from around the world who share their inspiring life stories. The Mind Positivo podcast was featured in the top 25% of shared podcasts globally on Spotify, and we have listeners tuning in from over 53 countries. Make sure to check out the Mind Positivo podcast on YouTube.
Oh, hang on. So who's that?
Station sponsor.
Right now, you're here to hear what's coming through your speakers. But have you thought about how
that's
you
beautiful,
can share
Simonetta. She's got a beautiful validation there.
colleague or loved one?
But I'm not going to give you the other information. Remember, Simonetta, I've got to keep some things as a surprise. But I still get October.
To really hear them, because a conversation could change your life. Learn more at areyouok.org.au.
Welcome back to Psychics on Radio, Angels on Air. You're with International Psychic Medium Lesley Spaliviero, and welcome back to my show. We are here every Monday night from 8 till 10, and some Sundays, well, lately I try and get to the Sundays, but it's been impossible because I've been so busy, from 8 till 10 as well. But I've got a beautiful validation from Simonetta, and she wants me to give her some information for the following questions, but I'm not going to give them to you. Over to you then, Miss Ellie.
So Simonetta said validation from a private reading. I had a reading with Leslie, and at least 4 to 5 things happened, and she was right. And I cannot wait to see see if the rest comes through. P.S. We got news from my stepson and his wife that they're having a baby girl in January. Yay. So, Leslie, are we still getting the news in October of another pregnancy with my blood children? And then she said, guys, if it's your first time here, Leslie is amazing. And honestly, she is the real thing. Bless you, Leslie.
Oh, you're welcome. Oh, that's cool. Yes. I love that story. That's so cool because I wrote everything down, and I don't usually like writing everything down. I usually just like go from spirit, and she said she was desperate to have this, and I sent it to her, and and I don't think anything else of it. I just sent it, and then that was it. So yes, I will have to go back and watch this live to get your feedback, Leslie. Thank you, Tanya Aikens. Not a problem. Also, what have we got here? So, right, yay, clapping. So Simonetta says, yay, clapping. What else have we got here? Let me go back. Oh yes, Summer Dawson. Let's do Summer Dawson before she spams me again. Summer, don't spam me. I see it sometimes and I just have spirit pushing me past it, okay? So I will get through to your messages. It's not just about you, lovey. It's about everyone else as well. So what do we got? Can I please have a message? All right, what do we get here, Spirit? We get 18 for you, 9 in September. I'm also getting pain on the right side of my face. It's like I feel like my tongue is even swollen or something with glands or something around the neck area into the jaw right side here. So right side, either jaw and glands. Has someone been unwell around you? And for some reason, my thumb, I can't actually hold the pen at the moment. So the whole joint, that whole joint there is just really, really sore. So I'm trying to hold the pen like this, but I can't. I need to hold the pen as I normally hold it. But I just feel like that thumb is very, very like either arthritis or someone's hurt their first joint of the thumb from the nail. Thumb from nail. From the nail up. It's very painful. It's very hard to write when you know how to write. But I'm also getting the anxiety for you as well. It's been big times for you. Big times. Big decisions I'm hearing. And I can't write properly. Who's the person around you that has issues with spelling and can't write properly? It's like an adult, but they actually have trouble trying to think. And I feel like this is a female around you with either dementia or had a stroke or something like that with the mind, or just can't write or doesn't know how to write. It's like they're confused as well. I'm also getting lower abdominal pain. Abdominal pain, like the ovaries, the female plumbing. I call it the female plumbing area. I'm also getting number 19 around you as well. 1 and 9 is 10 in the month of October, so number 1 or January. So big decisions coming up around definitely the October. I'm going to push that back up. So I wrote down, you can see what I've written down, big times, big decisions here, and I've put the October and I've wiggled it all the way back up to the big decision. So whatever's coming up in October, it's either change of house or I'm getting house. I'm also getting moving. So have you just moved or you're thinking of moving, or what's with the moving, or someone's moving around you? Because I just saw house and property in boxes. And I'll leave that there. Thank you. Okie dokie. What a great validation from Simonetta. She's clapping. She's so excited. Now you're going to be busy. She said, I have to go. Have an amazing evening, both of you. Big, big hug. Thank you. That's cool. All right. So I think we're going to leave it there, Miss Ellie, and call it a night, because you were up at the crack of dawn this morning before the sun started. And
always that way now.
Yes, and we'll leave it there. If there's any more validations, then please send them through to the page or on our next night, which is probably this Sunday night, depending on how everything goes, because I've got 3 events coming up this weekend. But anyways, good night, everybody, and God bless you all. Have a beautiful week, and check out my page, because you'll see all those quotes there that are going to relate to something for you this week, and it'll help you get through this week and the rest of the year. Ciao. Bye.
All the local news and all the great music
On your sound, your community.
alive.